good, jump to another reaction. React to another Suicide Squad Justice League game. I'm not saying kill. This one's called Out of Arkham Asylum. So, in my last video, I talked about, and that's in the exclusive reaction to the gameplay, I talked about how I'm not too sure about the gameplay because it's like it's mainly shooting. And as a DC superhero fan, supervillain fans even, to have a different type of villains, literally different from each other, but all to be shooting mainly, I don't feel well about that one. That one to me, I don't think for Rockstar creativity when it comes to characters who fight, like Batman, even Arkham Knight with Robin, Nightwing, Catwoman, each having their own style of fighting. I feel like just to leave the different style of fight in terms of leave into like certain abilities or takedown moves, that's not to me the best idea to go with. 'Cause I feel like that's lame personally. As someone who plays some shooting games, I'm not like a whole on shoot. Like Mass Effect is basically a shooter game. Uncharted, an adventure game, but it's a shooter game. In terms of action, it's a shooter game. You're shooting all the time. I'm trying to think of other games that I have. That's like Saints Row, Grand Theft Auto, like games like that. But when you play a game in a superhero world, but see, there's logical in games like that. That's not superheroes. Like, for instance, like Shepard would have certain ability where he can lunge at a bad guy that's like stab him. He has like lunge ability, and that makes sense in terms of that. But it's because mainly a shooter adventure game. This is a superhero world. You're playing super villains, or mainly villains, not really super, but villains, and they're limited to just shooting. I'm not feeling that too much. That's only a reason to me not probably get this game. But we're gonna check out this Out of Arkham Asylum behind the scenes, and we're gonna get into this, and we'll talk about how I feel about this whole live service BS that I feel like is really not smart. All right, let's do it and go.
Show me what you got.
What you mean?
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League
What's up,
is
Sefton?
an extension of the Arkhamverse, and it's really about now reframing the story and telling it from the villain's point of view.
Where are we going and who are we killing?
It's a mixture.
Oh, it's very
of
pretty
lots
game,
of
bro. I'm
things I
gonna
hope the fans like about
Very pretty.
Rocksteady, but like a whole massive chunk of new stuff that they've never seen before.
We've always seen Batman's perspective on this world, and we thought it'd be really fun and enjoyable to see this universe, like through the eyes of the villains. We're picking up the story 5 years after the end of Arkham Knight, and a lot's changed in that time.
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing, right?
Brainiac has invaded Earth, and he's this huge threat overlooking Metropolis. He's taken over Metropolis City. The Justice League are there to try and save the city, but Brainiac has captured and brainwashed them and turned them against the very people they've been sworn to protect.
Oh, fuck, it's Superman!
So Justice League
All
shares the
except
same role
Wonder
as
Woman,
Brainiac
because she was there to get
take
away or
over
she wasn't around.
Earth and turn it into the new Kalu. What we've created is
See, right there, like
Justice
Batman's
League
almost breaking
in the
out of
sense
it.
that there's something wrong with them.
They are now doing Brainiac's bidding, and Amanda Waller scrambles to try to remedy this and essentially save the Earth. And she recruits 4 lovable characters into fighting the Justice League in an effort to reclaim the Earth and thwart Brainiac's plans.
Your new mission is to kill the Justice League.
The members of the Suicide Squad
They're like, girl, you
Harley
stupid.
Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, and King Shark.
Like, you gonna get any actual super villains? Like, you do know we're just regular dudes like with guns. We don't really
always flying through the air in a barely controlled way.
have the capabilities
Feeling
to
of
kill people
swing
like that.
and momentum and the kind of physicality of it, and trying to keep that momentum going and use that to go over buildings or swing under
Can we
bridges.
call, like,
and
Sinestro
chain
or
lanes,
something?
Kind of the grapple mechanic that she's got, it just feels spot on.
I'm a freaking superstar.
Deadshot has the iconic Deadshot look, but with a Rocksteady twist. He's got a real swagger to him. And in this game, he can also hover with his jetpack. He's super precise. He uses sniper rifles, assault rifles, and pistols, and they all fit with his sort of fantasy of playing as Deadshot as this master assassin.
Are you on Team Waller, or Team get the hell out of this mess?
King Shark to me as a person is, well, as a fish, is this incredible character who's super well read and super well to do, and I'm sure could smash an operatic performance.
Actually, I'm the son of a god. It is my shame to suffer mortals and their buffoonery.
But also doesn't really know simple words or simple things that are going on. I think that's brilliant.
In terms of combat, he is a brute. He is a tank character. He can take more damage.
Yeah, he don't.
His abilities all lean into the fact that he wants to get.
Okay, he does. Okay, he does
He's the
hit.
fastest melee character.
Captain Boomerang's got his Speed Force.
He does
gauntlet
hit, or
that he
just
can use
slice
together with his
ability?
boomerang. He can throw it to any point in space and Speed Force to that point along the walls, along the floor, and get wherever he wants to go.
You can use that, get up close, dodge around in midair, taking out the enemies, and then scarper because he doesn't want to stick around.
Don't worry, guys. I'm here.
One of the most exciting parts that connects our game to the DC lore are the support squad.
Piss off, Widow.
And you have Penguin, the arms stealer,
King lets him
You're
his hair
making
grow.
guns for us now, Bird Brain.
but also some new faces.
Damn, you get fatter?
Hack, who is a digital ghost that is helping the squad both navigate the world but also upgrade their mech bombs.
That's a big adrenaline spike on a nice bomb.
I've never heard of this character. She must be really.
Toyman, who's helping the squad with perfecting gear. And then finally we have Gizmo, who is helping the squad with insane vehicle creations that let you blow shit up.
Metropolis is your playground. You're going to get to meet different characters, different villains, and you really get to see these cool, iconic locations.
Being the city of tomorrow kind of like meant stark contrast with Gotham City, which is very dirty, it's always raining. And that contrast with like a city that's very grand, it's very clean, it's very functional.
That's Metropolis.
The huge difference between Metropolis and Gotham is that Metropolis really acknowledge and really trust Superman. So there's a lot of statues to thank Superman for everything he's done for the city.
You're getting to see
man, they be thinking it's trying to kill him
You're getting to
mind control is
experience
crazy.
this world and traverse through this world as the villains.
Greetings, Metropolis!
So the core ability and everything wraps around in Suicide Squad is your traversal. How that works with combat is you're chaining your combat moves together with those traversal moves, and the combat encounters are all designed to push and pull you around the environment in a battlefield that's constantly changing, working out how to use all your different weapons, your guns, your melee attacks, and how to use them all to your
Melee
best advantage
attacks.
to control the chaos and come out victorious.
What's awesome about gunplay is the variety. So there's 6 core types of weapon families. We've got assault rifles, SMGs,
Gunplay,
sniper rifles, shotguns,
that's why I wanna play
miniguns,
superhero
and
games,
pistols.
y'all, for the
There's added
guns.
variety from weapon manufacturers.
There's LexCorp weapons, there's GCPD weapons, there's Armortech weapons. Later on in the game, we also have gear sets. The gear sets are villain themed. For example, if you have a Bane gear set and you trigger his buffs
cool.
in the game, some of it will have the Bane drowns and you will like Bane and like boom, 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 and then there's like green smoke and you trigger all kind of effects. So you're basically taking the essence of the villain, you're bringing it into the game.
So
Each character has
it's like
a
more
power
like an
level in the
ability.
game we call gear score. As you acquire new gear in the game, your gear score goes up. And as that number goes up, it means that you
It
can
really
take on
is
much
about
more
guns.
missions. As part of this progression journey, you will
Okay, so
unlock
you can
more
change the
and
weapon.
more
So can I smack
more
dudes
ways
with
to
it?
customize your character.
Like spam the square button, kind of smack.
Every firearm in our game is upgradable.
God,
So in
dude, he's
Suicide
big.
Squad Trilogy, you're gonna get lots of choice to
I'm sorry,
use
dude,
the weapons
big,
that
I'm
you
sorry.
need and to complete your missions, but most importantly, you will be able to
Yeah, the
customize
Wonder
your
Woman suit is
squad
cool, though.
to be whatever you like.
You can wear whatever you want, any of the outfits.
Really?
You can
How
be
much does
running
it cost
around
me,
in
though?
your Asylum jail outfit and still have like the best gear score
I can wear
ever.
Superman.
I like it.
Our game is a 1 to 4 player co-op experience.
What
which
would it
means
cost
that
me,
All
though?
the missions in the game have been designed to support solo play, playing with a friend, 2 friends, or 3 friends.
For the single player fans, you can play it in single player with bots filling in the role of the squad, so you still feel like you're part of a team, and you can switch them if you want. We'll try King Shark now, or we can say, well, I think Harley will be a better fit for this mission, so I'm going to switch over and I'm going to try her out.
But if you really want to tear it up, going in with a full group of 4 lets you experience the full mayhem the Suicide
That's the
Squad
only thing that's
is
really
about.
cool about it.
You
Is
get to
4
really
players.
experience the dynamics between how you can
But I
all
don't
play
have people
together
play
in
like
different
that,
play
so.
styles in order to take on Brainiac and the Justice League.
All the fun is right here.
When the story's done, your experience doesn't end there. Rocksteady will continue its legacy of supporting the game after it's launched.
We're going to deliver lots of new content to our players. We're going to have new playable characters, new weapons, and new missions. For players who like
Hope
to
Barry Marvel's
customize
Avengers
those,
did.
We'll offer a battle pass that only contains cosmetic items. There's just going to be so much for the players to enjoy.
Just picture it. Harley Quinn kills the Justice League.
If you like story games, if you like RPG elements, if you like co-op games, if you like customizing your characters, if you want to play as a badass, this game kind of has it all.
It's very fast-paced, it's really colorful, it's loud and unapologetic and in your face, and it's going to be really, really fun.
Hey, Metropolis! Do you like live executions? Well, don't touch that dial, or I'll break your fingers.
Oh boy. Alright. Let's talk about it. Alright, so what we can say about this. Okay, so the gameplay looks good. Let me be very clear and put that out. The gameplay looks good. But where my disappointment is that apparently you're literally just shooting. Because you see how much they heavily focus on the gun mechanic. Now, for people who like shooting games, hey, you know, do you, bro, do you. But yeah, you say they mainly focus on the gun mechanics throughout this entire game. Which is kind of like, so you can't change your gear. That, like your melee gear, you can actually switch it up, and she can have the hammer. She could, you know, have the bat. That's really cool. You do a certain thing or build up a certain minimum, and boom, you can use your melee because it's mainly focused on shooting. It looks like fast-paced shooting, of course. Like you see how they move. There's a lot of fast-pacedness to it. So you're not really smashing them constantly. Like you're not, you know, spamming square on these motherfuckers. So that in itself is disappointing because I just feel like the kind of game I thought it was going to be was, okay, it has some shooting. Clearly Deadshot will be shooting, but I'll be able to smack kind of type of square on these games. And to not be able to do that is, you know, well, it sucks. It sucks. For me. Like I said, for you guys, this might be like, hey, this is my kind of game, bro. But for me, it's like, oh, gosh, where's the freaking actual combat? You know, Rocksteady jumped into something different. You know, they've done you know, combat, you know, physical combat with the Batman games. They're trying to do gun combat. I see them trying to change it up, but I just feel like being that your physical combat mechanic was always really great, I would have at least loved to have that with like Harley Quinn and King Shark specifically. But like we're not getting that. Like it really is mainly just shooting. But now we gotta talk about the live service portion. Let's talk about the live service since I didn't talk about in the last video. So people are, and I say very understandably, rightfully, not happy with the live service. Now this game is not like Marvel's Avengers. I'm still gonna stress that. Like Gotham Knights was not like Marvel's Avengers. Like for instance, we did not have to pay for costumes. We just unlocked suits. Would have been nice if they kind of kept up with it, like updates after updates. We'll get like new suit availability unlocked to us, whatever. But unfortunately, the game Gotham Knights did not sell as well. I still would like to have a new character added to Gotham Knights, like Batwoman. I feel like if the game was successful, maybe they had to add like DLC characters. But when you hear them like saying they already moved on to another game, it's like, did y'all just put out Gotham Knights just to put it out? Cause I feel like you moving on so fast. It's like y'all don't even give time to even try to put in something into it. Like they updated the game recently with terms of quality updating, but it's like, do y'all even have plans to do DLC characters? Or was it just like that's it? And if y'all already move on to another game, I'm kind of like, was Gotham Knights just a project you just want to throw out there, and then here's the next game coming out in a few years? I'm very curious about that. I feel like y'all moved on a little too fast, in my opinion. I feel like y'all moved on a little too fast. Like, are we getting a Batwoman? We're going to get a new story mission? I would love that. Batwoman story mission. We get to play her. She had all kinds of, I would love that. I'll buy a Batwoman. Just to let y'all know, I'll buy a Batwoman. Not, you know, all this kind of mess stay free. I'll buy a Batwoman. I'll pay the $5, $10. I'll pay $8 to get Batwoman in the game because it'd be plus story mission available. I'll pay for that. I'll do that. But live service, like I say, in terms of live service, look, right now, live service games are legit. There have been a reign of live service games dying one by one in like the last weeks like weeks or a couple of months. A lot of those games are dying or about to die. Marvel Avengers live officially. Well, Avengers is dead now. It's just that it's gonna be officially dead come March, where all the cosmetics are gonna be free. Yay! Even though I'm like, if I just wait a couple of years, I could have saved a whole bunch of money. I wish I never. I basically spent money on that game, but I spent money on the game before I thought we get more story content, and then they said we're not doing story content no more. Now speaking of story content, Rocksteady just said right now they're gonna have new characters. I guess they said that. They said that's gonna be free. Did they say that's gonna be free? Hold up. And it says new DLC character, new story missions. I'm like, so is that post? So is like post story, main story, or are there gonna be like story missions that's kind of set between the story? That's what I'm kind of curious about, because I wonder what they mean by that. But add new DLC characters so you can get new villains that we get to play. I'm trying to think who would you get to play? Like, who would you play? Like, what villains? Reverse Flash, maybe? I don't know. I wonder what kind of villains they talking about. But maybe villains that only can use guns, because his gun mechanics so goddamn important. I'm not happy with that. So that part, that kind of got me interested. Like, okay, so DLC missions plus DLC characters continuously, at least for a while. Hopefully better than Marvel's Avengers, because hopefully y'all keep it up though. Because Marvel Avengers said it kind of did that first. DLC characters plus new missions, but then they just gave up entirely. They gave up on it entirely. Just said, you know what, we're not doing no more. Which to me killed their game more, because part of the reason that game even had players playing that game was because when you brought content, you started out with your DLC content with your DLC characters with story missions. So it made it feel like you have purpose playing this character and just here's a new character, y'all. Woohoo! I didn't give a frick about that. But that's what it turned to. No more story missions, just here's a new character, y'all. Woohoo! So I'm assuming y'all saying that DLC characters would hopefully mean that including story missions with them, maybe? That'd be cool. That then y'all keep it up. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make more money than Marvel's Avengers did, and people might like this game more than Marvel's Avengers, but keep it up. So I have a little hope for y'all on that, but I'm still not probably going to buy this game. I'm just not doing it. Like I said, this game, more I look to, it's not for me, man. I'm not interested in killing the Justice League. I'm not interested in just playing, especially kill like Harley Quinn, like just shooting the whole time, bro. She shoots sometimes, but she also mainly be whacking back. And I mean, think of the mechanic she had in Arkham Knight, the DLC. Her fight mechanic, that was awesome. You mean to physically take down enemies, which is, it was awesome. And to not have that in this one is like not gonna be like a prominent thing in this one. I don't really, personally don't care for that. In my opinion. But like I said, I'm not wishing ill in this game, but people are not happy about the live service on the left because live service suck. Okay, live services suck. They suck. People are not just crying wolf for no reason. We've literally had a superhero game that was live service, and look what happened. These are different games. They're not a true comparison. There's a person going to be a better game 10 times over. But still. But other live service games, reason just start killing over. Ones that kind of start, it's hype, and just dies after like a year or a few months, maybe even a couple of years. But they're dead now. I'm just hoping the same thing will happen. I hope the same thing won't happen to this. If you say, hey, we just want to add DLC content, okay, cool. But if you're saying live service gonna be updating the game, gonna give y'all new weapons every other month, it's not hype anymore. No one cares. Like, just give it to us or whatever. No one cares. We can say we'll unlock these as time goes by. That's fine. New unlockable will tell me I purchase stuff or I do this, buy battle pass just for cosmetics. You lost me, bro. You lost me. Battle pass for a linear game? Okay. All right, bro. All right, man. We're sick of it. We're just sick of the live service BS right now. We're sick of it, man. It's like, it's showing. Live service games are dying more and more right now. I feel like it's showing. Unless you're a Call of Duty, no one cares. I don't play no game Call of Duty, but no one cares about live service, are starting to show themselves. Like, I'm starting to really not like live service. It's starting to show, and I hope it keeps showing, because live service to me is a waste of time. Why live service is also an excuse for some people. Not saying it's Rocksteady, but excuse for some people to say we'll patch the game as time progresses. That's to me what live servers are for, and also to continue to charge you for something like cosmetics. You already paid $70 for the game, but yeah, please give me $20 for certain. I say bad. Why would I charge you for coins? Give me $20 for 2,000 coins. But every other costume costs you like almost 900 coins. So you'll be going through that $20 real fast. You can't call 900 coins. Why does it cost me 900? That's how I feel about it. My hype for this game. For story-wise, very into the story. Gameplay, it lost me. Live service, lost me. Panda Killer Justice League, you already lost me from the moment you announced that. From the moment you announced the game. I'm not killing Superman. I'm not doing it. You're getting pissed off with that. I'm not killing my boy. Unless you say, we don't actually kill him, or at the end of the game, Flash runs. He's wants to be the one that's the surviving member, runs and rewrites the Arkhamverse. And we get the Justice League game afterwards. This all to set up the Justice League game. That is what I hope for. That's what I like. That's what I want to happen. If that happens, then I might buy the game. We'll see. But other than that, I'm out this thing. I'll see you guys in the next reaction. Bruce.